Next, we have a few more examples of multiplying polynomials. In this one, it doesn't look like a multiplication problem at first because it has an exponent instead. We've got the quantity of 3x minus 5 squared. What you'll do first is you will rewrite this as 3x minus 5 times 3x minus 5. So we're using that definition of what it means to square something. And then what we'll do is we'll distribute, or you could do the box method as you saw in the last video. One of those two options, you'll get the same answer either way. So let's say we choose to distribute. We've got 3x times 3x, that's 9x squared. 3x times negative 5, that's negative 15x. Negative 5 times 3x, that's negative 15x again. And negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. Then we've got a set of like terms, and our final solution is 9x squared minus 30x plus 25. Now, one note before we move on, I'll tell you that the most common wrong answer that I see for this is that people think that they can distribute this too, and they get 9x squared minus 25. Notice that's not what we got here. That's missing the middle term of negative 30x. So you cannot distribute an exponent across addition or subtraction. All right, let's try another one that's a little different. X plus 2y times x minus 2y. So one thing that makes this one different is that it's got two variables in it. I'm going to go ahead and do this one with the box method since we haven't done one of those in a while together. These are both binomials, so I'll have a 2 by 2 box. The first binomial is x plus 2y, so across the top I'll have x and positive 2y. The second binomial is x minus 2y, so along the side I'll have the x and the negative 2y. Remember, the four boxes are going to be filled in with the product of the corresponding row and column headings. So this first box is x times x, which is x squared. And then this second box is x times 2y, which is 2xy. Kind of general form when you do this is you put the numbers first and then the variables follow in alphabetical order. Alright, next we've got x times negative 2y, which is negative 2xy. And then last we've got positive 2y times negative 2y, which is negative 4y squared. So when we expand this multiplication problem, we would get x squared plus 2xy plus negative 2xy minus 4y squared. We've got some like terms in the middle. And here's something else that's kind of unusual. These middle two terms cancel out. 2xy plus negative 2xy is 0. So although every problem we've done up until this one, our solution of a binomial times a binomial was a trinomial, occasionally you might have the middle term cancel out like that, and then you actually end up getting a binomial. All right, let's try one more. This time we're doing a binomial times a trinomial, and the methods that we learned previously still work here. You can either do this with a box, or you can do this with a distribution method. So if we're going to do a box for this one, we've got a binomial times a trinomial, which means my box needs to be 2 by 3. So the x and the negative 2 are the terms in my binomial. The 5, the 3x, and the negative x squared are my terms in my trinomial. And I'm going to multiply each corresponding row by the column to find these 6 like mini answers. So 5 times x is 5x, 5 times negative 2 is negative 10, x times 3x is 3x squared, 3x times negative 2 is negative 6x, x times negative x squared is negative x cubed, and negative 2 times negative x squared is positive 2x squared. So I'm going to rewrite this. from highest degree to lowest degree. Looks like my highest degree is the x cubed term, and then I've got two x squared terms, so I can combine those. I've got a 3x squared and a 2x squared to give me a 5x squared. And then I've got some linear terms. I've got a 5x and a negative 6x, and when I combine those I get a negative 1x. And then last I have a constant, and I don't have any like terms with that one, so that one's just going to be a minus 10. So here's my solution. And if you had done this one with distributing, you would get the same answer as well. So we'll also do this one distributing just to show you what that would look like. So if I were going to distribute this one, I would take the first binomial and multiply it by all three of the terms of the trinomial. So I'm going to be doing the x minus 2 times the 5, and then the x minus 2 times the 3x, and then the x minus 2 times the negative x squared. And then I'll distribute again, and I'll get 5x minus 10 plus 3x squared minus 6x minus x cubed plus 2x squared. Now, if you still have your solution to your box method in front of you, you'll notice that the 6 terms that were inside the boxes are the same as these 6 terms here. So you will always get that same answer. Next, we're looking to rewrite these from highest degree to lowest degree and combine our like terms. And we're going to get the same solution that we did last time.